Welcome to volunteer training for Horizons and Meals on Wheels. We are glad to have you on our volunteer team. This presentation will show you all you need to know to prepare for your first volunteer shift. We hope you're excited about the difference you will make in the lives of the seniors in our community. My name is Cami Zabanik Hill. I am the current volunteer coordinator for Horizons. I will be your point of contact for anything related to your volunteerism. Here is my contact information. You may send me an email, a text, or give me a call anytime during Horizons business hours. If you don't get a hold of me the first time, please do leave me a message and I will get back to you as soon as possible. If you need immediate assistance, contact the Meals on Wheels main office. Please reach out to me for all of your volunteering needs. This section of our training covers the basics of Meals on Wheels and our organization. What follows is a brief overview of the Meals on Wheels program. Meals on Wheels helps older adults and persons with disabilities in Eastern Iowa meet their daily nutritional needs by delivering hot, fresh, ready-to-eat meals in addition to frozen meals and breakfast bags. Our clients can receive meals for a short duration while they're recovering from a hospital stay, as respite care for their family who usually provide meals for them, or on an ongoing basis each weekday. For homebound seniors and their family members, the daily meal provides a sense of security, knowing someone will be stopping in to check on them Monday through Friday. An average Meals on Wheels recipient is 74 years old, lives alone, has a household income of less than $1,400 per month, experiences frailty, disability, and/or chronic disease. 17% of the meals we deliver are to veterans or to their surviving spouses. Because our clients belong to the population most at risk for COVID-19, it is important that we follow the following precautions recommended by the Linn County Public Health and CDC guidelines. If you are unvaccinated, we ask that you wear your face mask on our premises and when interacting with clients. If you are ill, please stay at home and do not drive your shift. Call the Meals on Wheels office or the volunteer coordinator, and a substitute will be found for you. Please keep the driver's bay as clear as possible to facilitate social distancing. Please do not enter the kitchen. Only staff and designated volunteers are allowed in the kitchen to maintain proper sanitation. We also encourage all of our volunteers to get vaccinated for COVID-19. If you need assistance getting a vaccine, let us know. Meals on Wheels clients are organized by what we call routes. As a volunteer, you will be assigned to drive one of these routes on a regular basis. The route will generally contain the same clients, but may vary from shift to shift based on our client's needs and circumstances. Your route will always be located in the same general geographic area. This is a map of our route boundaries for Cedar Rapids, Marion, and Hiawatha. This map is also available in your volunteer handbook. Please take a moment to find your assigned route if you have one. This section of our training will cover the processes our volunteers use to complete your delivery shifts. Food may be picked up on your scheduled day between 10:30 and 11:15 at one of 3 pickup sites. You will pick up the following items related to your route. 1, an insulated bag of meals. 2, a cooler with drink choices and side dishes. And 3, your route sheet. Your route sheet is normally located inside your cooler. Please review the contents of your bag and cooler to make sure it matches your route sheet. Our staff prepares and packs almost 1,000 meals a day, and it's easier to fix a mistake in our counting if you discover it in the driver's bay than if you are already out driving on your route. For routes in Cedar Rapids, you will pick up and return items in the driver's bay at our main building at 819 5th Street Southeast in Cedar Rapids. Look for the big garage door on the 9th Avenue side of the building. You may park anywhere along the side of our building or across the street. If your route is located in Marion or Hiawatha, we ask that you pick up your meals as close to 11 a.m. as possible at one of these 2 convenient locations. For Marion routes, please come to the back parking lot of Willow Gardens Care Center on 31st Street and look for the branded Meals on Wheels van. Our driver will have your delivery items in hand for you. When your route is complete, you may return your bag and cooler inside the back door of Willow Gardens by the soda machine for our driver to pick up at a later time. For Hiawatha routes, please meet in the back parking lot of Hiawatha City Hall on Emmons Street. Again, look for the branded Meals on Wheels van. You may return your bags and coolers inside the back door of City Hall when your route is complete. The routes that normally pick up in Marion and Hiawatha are listed on this slide. All routes and their pickup sites are also listed in your volunteer handbook. This is an example of a route sheet. Route sheets are what volunteers use to know where to go and what to deliver. The image shows 3 stops on this particular route. The client's addresses and phone number are located here. This box indicates what the client has chosen to drink. Instructions, notes, and helpful hints will be included below. If a stop has a sticker like this indicates that the client has requested the alternate meal choice, otherwise known as a B meal. Look for a meal in your insulated bag with a sticker that matches. Please use these boxes to indicate whether a meal was delivered or not delivered. There will be 3 types of meals in your bag: A meals, B meals, and special meals. Clients have a choice between an A meal and a B meal, which they determine in advance. B meals are an alternate choice in the event that the client does not care for the main choice. You are provided the correct number of each type of meal for your route in your insulated bag. The totals in your insulated bag are indicated by the sticker on the outside. Clients receiving B meals will be indicated on your route sheet with a sticker. All meals without the B marker are A meals. A meal tray with a dot sticker equals a B meal. The colors of the dots do not matter. Simply match dot to dot. Every client receives a tray with a main dish and a hot side, a cold side, and a carton of milk. Some clients have special dietary needs. They will receive what we refer to as special meals or specials. These will be indicated on your route sheet, and the meal tray will be marked with the client's name in your insulated bag. Here are the basics for making a Meals on Wheels delivery. Please check the notes section on your route sheet for any special delivery instructions. Special meals are noted on your route sheet and are labeled with the client's name. When you arrive at a client's home, knock loudly and allow plenty of time for the client to get to their door. Be aware that many of our clients are hard of hearing. Announce yourself by saying Meals on Wheels, and then you may enter the house if it is left open for you. However, you are not required to enter a client's home if you are not comfortable doing so. If a client doesn't answer the door, don't panic. It happens. Please attempt to call them at the number on the route sheet. If there is no response, please let our office know so that we can follow up. You may pass the undelivered meal along to someone else on the route, or you may return it to Horizons at the end of your route. Please be sure you indicate that the meal was not delivered on your route sheet. Do not leave a meal if the client isn't home unless your route sheet instructs you to, or you have made prior arrangements with the client. In case of an emergency, call 911 first, then notify our office as soon as possible. Do not transport the client to the hospital in your vehicle. Stay with the client until help arrives. A side note, volunteers may not solicit products, religion, or fees for services. You may accept baked goods or treats from your clients. When you've made your last delivery, please return your empty bag and your cooler back to the driver's bay at Horizons or to your designated drop point. Make sure you have all notes completed on your route sheet and that you turn in anything the client has given to you. Turn in the route sheet and any extra items to the basket in the driver's bay or in your cooler at your drop site. Make sure you log your hours spent on your shift within 24 hours on the Volunteer VicNet portal. Volunteers are our boots on the ground when it comes to our clients, so you might find yourself passing more than just meals between your clients and Meals on Wheels. Here are some examples of the things we might have you deliver to clients along with a meal: surveys, information packets, holiday cards, flyers, and many other things. In turn, clients might send things with you to return to our office. Please turn in anything a client gives you along with your route sheet. Here are some examples of things a client might have you return to our office: completed surveys, signed forms, payments to Meals on Wheels, completed menus, etc. The next section of our training covers our online volunteer tracking and scheduling system called VicNet. As a volunteer, you will have access to an account on VicNet. You will use this account to get announcements, track your hours, and view or adjust your schedule. Volunteers can access VicNet through our main webpage at horizonsfamily.org. Scroll down on our homepage until you see the button that says Current Volunteer VicNet Portal. Clicking this button will take you to the login screen for your VicNet account. The very first time you log into VicNet, you will use your email on file with Horizons as your login name and the temporary password Volunteer 2021. You will immediately be asked to change your password to something of your choice. You will use this password to log into VicNet moving forward. Feel free to explore all the tabs available to you in VicNet. In particular, we want to be sure that you review your contact information and ensure that it's accurate and up to date. The two main things you will use VicNet for as a volunteer are scheduling and hours tracking. We'll cover scheduling first. There are two ways to be scheduled in VicNet. The first is to be scheduled by your volunteer coordinator in a regularly assigned route. You will see your assignment in the calendar under the My Schedule tab. You may remove yourself from your route in the event of an absence. VicNet will automatically send a notification to the volunteer coordinator when you remove or add yourself to or from a route. Please note, the times listed for your shift are your food pickup window. These do not reflect how long your route should take you. The second way to be scheduled in VicNet is to add yourself to an open route. Click the orange Help Wanted balloons to see the open routes for that day. Then select the route you wish to drive and click Schedule Me. If you're a substitute driver or a floater driver, this is how you will review which routes are open and need coverage. We understand that unforeseen circumstances might come up and that you may need to be absent from your shift. In case of an absence, we ask that you remove yourself from the schedule on VicNet as soon as you know you will miss your shift. By pulling yourself from the schedule, all supervisors are alerted that you will be absent. Please do not remove yourself from a shift within 1 week of your scheduled day, except in the case of illness or emergency. This ensures that we have time to find coverage for your route. Should you need to remove yourself within that 1 week time frame due to illness or emergency, please also give us a call or send the volunteer coordinator an email alerting us to your last minute absence, in addition to removing yourself from the schedule. The second thing you will use VicNet for is to log the hours that you spend volunteering. Horizons gets funding from several state and federal organizations. One of the metrics used to determine our funding is the volunteer hours served. To ensure this number is as accurate as possible, we want the experts, you, to tell us how much time you spend on your route. If you're part of a group or a company volunteering for a route, the volunteer coordinator will track your hours for you. Please log into VicNet and add your hours via the Timesheet tab within 24 hours of your first volunteer shift. This ensures that your hours are always up to date. First, enter the date of your driving shift. Then choose the route that you drove from the drop-down menu. Enter how long your route took you to the best of your ability. Start counting from the time you left your home or work to the time that you returned to your home or work. Horizons does reimburse volunteers for mileage if they wish. The current rate is 32 cents per mile. If you would like your mileage reimbursed, enter the number of miles driven in this box. If you're not interested in having your mileage reimbursed, you may leave this box blank and click Continue. The next section of training covers well checks and warning signs of elder abuse and neglect. A primary function of our volunteers is to serve as a daily check-in with our clients, most of whom live alone with mobility issues and chronic conditions. As a volunteer, you may be the only contact that isolated senior has in a single day. It is important that we give you a basic understanding of what to watch out for and when and how to report report concerns about a client to our staff. Horizons can then use our resources to make a difference for that senior. If you notice any of the following changes in a client from what you understand to be their baseline, please notify the Meals on Wheels office. If you consider the situation to be life-threatening or emergent, call 911 first, then notify Meals on Wheels as soon as possible. Slurred speech, changes in mobility, difficulty breathing, disorientation, extreme dizziness, inadequate heat or air conditioning in extreme weather conditions, and obvious safety hazards in the client's environment. Unfortunately, elder abuse is the most underreported form of abuse in the United States. As Meals on Wheels volunteers and employees, we are on the front lines of recognizing signs of elder abuse. If you see any of the following red flags in your clients, please inform the Meals on Wheels office so that we can follow up with a client and make sure they are in a safe environment. Unusual weight loss, malnutrition, or dehydration, untreated physical symptoms such as obvious sores, bruises, or burns, unsanitary living conditions, bugs, soiled bedding, or clothing. The elder is left dirty or unbathed, unsuitable clothing or covering for the weather, obviously unsafe living conditions, and obvious lack of medical care. You may always leave a note for the Meals on Wheels office on your route sheet about a client. However, if you have a concern about a client that is not an emergency, but you feel it deserves some extra follow-up, you may fill out a concern form and turn it in with your route sheet. A Horizon staff member will review the form and follow up on your concern. Concern forms will be located next to the route sheet in turn-in basket. They are also available in an online format on our website under the Volunteer tab. Here are a few statistics about the impact of our volunteers based on a survey of our aging population. 82% of Meals on Wheels clients say that Meals on Wheels helps them feel less isolated. 76% of clients say Meals on Wheels allows them to stay in their own home. And 38% of Meals on Wheels clients say Meals on Wheels helps them by decreasing trips to the hospital and/or doctor. Daily home delivered meals keep 8 out of 10 recipients who have previously fallen from falling again. And 9 out of 10 recipients say Meals on Wheels received at home improves their health. These are the 3 most frequently asked questions from our volunteers. If a client is not at home, please denote on your route sheet that the meal was undeliverable. You may then pass the meal along to another client on the route or dispose of it. What if the weather is bad? Our first priority during a storm is both your safety and the safety of our recipients. Horizon's Meals on Wheels may cancel delivery if the weather is hazardous or there is flooding. Scheduled volunteers will receive an email and an announcement will be posted on VicNet if their route is canceled. Staff will notify recipients and volunteers via phone if service is canceled for that day as well. Local radio and TV stations may also announce closings. Listen for Horizons, a Family Service Alliance. Do I have to enter a client's residence? Volunteers are not required to enter a client's residence if you are not comfortable doing so. Some clients may need extra help, and they may ask you to assist. You may do so if you are willing and comfortable, but you are never required to do more than deliver a meal. Here is the team of Horizons employees you will interact with the most in your volunteering. Cami is the volunteer coordinator and will often be your first point of contact. Mary is our marketing and volunteer manager, and Marjone is our Meals on Wheels office manager. Contact information for these leaders can be found in your volunteer handbook. Thank you for completing the Meals on Wheels volunteer driving training. Please be sure to click on the link in the comments section of this video to confirm that you have viewed this training. Please reach out with any questions you may have. We are excited to see you for your first shift very soon.